I always told my audience, don't believe everything you see online. But I never imagined I'd become that cautionary tale. Hi. I'm Tessa Lane. 30 years old. I make social experiment videos. Or, I did. Until everything fell apart, fast, dirty, and painfully public. It started with a tweet. No video, no receipts, just one damn tweet. Imagine making a living faking kindness on camera. How do you sleep at night, at Tessa Unfiltered? It came from The Real Cassie T, a media consultant turned gossip columnist turned full-time chaos machine. You might know her from late-night trash TV. Or maybe from the viral exposé she did on a reality show Star last year. Either way, Cassie Thomas was built for blood, and I was her next meal. At first, I laughed it off. One salty tweet? Whatever. I'd survived way worse, but within 24 hours, Cassie had dropped a full-length podcast episode titled ****, The Tessa Lane Lie, Behind the Smiles, the Scams, and the Setups. Her voice was poison-coated sugar. She seemed sweet. But is she manipulating the homeless for clicks? She gave a struggling barista a $5,000 tip. Where's the proof? She talks about kindness, but insiders say she's terrifying off-camera. She had anonymous sources. Insiders. A blurred-out screenshot of a Slack message I supposedly sent, labeled verbal abuse. Total fiction. But it didn't matter. People ate it up like it was gospel, and in a matter of 3 days, sponsors pulled out. My manager ghosted. I lost 70,000 subscribers. The worst part? I still don't know what I did to her. We'd met once at a charity gala. She smiled, complimented my outfit. That was it, but behind those fake lashes and manicured nails was a predator. One who knew exactly how to weaponize a whisper. I wasn't ready. I should have been. I built my brand on truth through performance. Raw moments. Honest reactions, but people forgot all that the moment she said, scripted. There's this one video I made last year, maybe you've seen it, called, Would You Share a Meal with a Stranger? I spent 48 hours offering people meals. If they'd sit and talk with me, no cameras until they said yes. It went viral. And Cassie, she said it was fake, said the people were actors, said the grandma who cried about her late husband was a plant. She didn't just come for my channel, she came for my identity. And you know what? For a moment, she won. I stopped posting. I shut down my merch store. I even considered leaving LA, but here's the thing, you can tear down someone's name, but if you come for their story, they're allowed to write a new one. So this is mine, unfiltered, unapologetic, and yes, vengeful. Cassie thinks she controls the narrative, but this time, I'm holding the camera. To be continued. You know that moment in every heist movie where the crew gathers around the table and says, alright, here's the plan? Yeah, I didn't have that. I had a bag of cold McDonald's fries, a cracked phone screen, and one burning question. Who the hell is Cassie Thomas really? Google? Useless. Every hit was a self-written article or some flattering PR piece. Media maven of the digital age. She's not canceling, she's correcting. Barf, but then I found an old blog. It hadn't been updated since 2017. Back when Cassie went by Cassie V, and her brand was wellness, not warfare. Turns out she used to sell homemade bath bombs and post daily affirmations. There were pastel quotes like, kindness is currency, and women empower women. She even had a YouTube channel, long deleted, but a few reaction videos survived. In one of them, Cassie was crying, not the my mascara's running in 4K kind either, the real kind. Puffy eyes. Ugly sobs. The title, why I'm leaving LA. Published 8 years ago. 4 comments. 2 likes. She talked about how a bigger influencer humiliated her, accused her of stealing brand deals, said she'd never make it in entertainment. Cassie didn't name names, but her voice cracked when she said, I tried to play the game. But I lost everything. That's when it hit me. Cassie didn't hate me, she hated who I reminded her of. I was the version of her that survived. So I reached out to someone who knew her back then, Brandon Rivera. He was tagged in an old photo at a yoga retreat she hosted. I messaged him on Instagram, hey, I'm doing a piece on early YouTubers. Can I ask you about Cassie V? He replied, wow. Haven't heard that name in years. She burned a lot of bridges. Bingo. Over the next few days, I pieced it together. Cassie had tried, and failed, to build a brand on self-love and empowerment. The wellness wave crashed, and she nearly drowned. Then came the rebrand. No more bath bombs. No more positivity, just drama, dirt, and destruction. And the first person she exposed, the woman who embarrassed her at that yoga retreat, Chloe Raines. You might know Chloe as the crystal girl who now has her own Netflix deal. Yeah. Cassie destroyed her early career, leaked a fake cheating scandal that blew up in the tabloids, Chloe disappeared for a year. Sound familiar? It wasn't just me. Cassie made a career out of revenge, but here's the difference: I'm not Chloe. I don't meditate my anger away. I monetize it. So I started documenting everything, not for the police, not for some expose, but for the one thing Cassie couldn't control anymore. My audience. I reached out to former friends of hers, bought access to deleted Twitter archives, even found a Discord group she used to moderate under a fake name, Velvet Tea. It was all there: her tactics, her fake sock accounts, the people she targeted. I wasn't going to confront her yet. I was going to play it slow. Smart. I was going to set the scene. And when the time came, Cassie Thomas would go viral, just not the way she planned. To be continued. I knew I couldn't just drop a video titled Cassie Thomas is a fraud. Too obvious. Too reactive, and that's not the Tessa Lane way. No. I needed it to look like a coincidence, like fate, like karma, in HD with perfect lighting and subtle background music. So I made a new video. Can you spot the liar? It was framed like a game. 3 interviews. 1 real story, 2 fakes. My audience had to guess who was telling the truth, but one of those interviews? That wasn't just a character. It was Brandon. And the story he told was real. Word for word, she made me ghost my own launch party. Told the brand I'd said racist stuff. They dropped me in an hour. I lost $60,000. She just laughed and said, "Business is survival." We blurred his face, gave him a voice mod, but anyone from Cassie's old circle? They knew exactly who he was talking about. Within 48 hours, the video hit 1.2 million views, Reddit lit up, Twitter caught fire. TikTok detectives started pulling old receipts. Cassie didn't respond, not publicly, but I know she saw it, because the next morning, she DM'd me, "Real cute, Tessa. Playing games you can't win." I didn't answer. Why would I? The next move was already in play. I'd booked a fake brand deal using a shell email and an LLC name I made up, Glow Influence Media. We offered Cassie $10,000 for a sponsored post promoting a fake product, Radiance Root, a probiotic serum for emotional detox. She took the deal in under 5 minutes, did zero research, filmed the ad the same day. Radiance Root changed my life. I take 2 drops a day and I literally feel lighter. Except Radiance Root didn't exist, the logo was AI generated, the testimonials were deepfakes, and Cassie, she sold it like gospel. We didn't publish it. I wouldn't do that. I'm not her, but I clipped 10 seconds. Just enough. I posted a video called **, would you sell anything for clout? No names, just blurred footage. A voice saying, **, I literally feel lighter. The comments knew. Cassie panicked, she went live the next night, full damage control, people are trying to make me look bad. They're using old footage, editing stuff out of context. I don't even know what Radiance Root is. Oops. And then, the leak someone sent me screenshots. Not from Cassie's DMs, from her burner Discord, where she bragged about sabotaging influencers, calling them puppets and digital roadkill. It wasn't just petty. It was vicious. She mocked a small creator's miscarriage, laughed about driving someone to delete their channel, and worst? She named me, "Tessa's got the face of a lamb and the heart of a leech. Time to skin her both ways." It took everything in me not to post the whole thing, but this wasn't about rage anymore. It was about rhythm. I was almost there. The final move wasn't exposure. It was something Cassie would never see coming. Empathy. I started writing a new script. Redemption or ruin, what we learn when we fall. And guess who I invited for a surprise guest conversation? Cassie. The invite is sitting in her inbox right now. I told her I want to talk, woman to woman, live. No edits. No producers, and if she says yes? This ends where it started. I in front of the whole damn internet. To be continued. The stream started with 187 viewers. By the 10-minute mark, we hit 14,000. And by the time Cassie joined, face bare, lips tight, eyes unreadable, we were at 92,000. Live. Hey, Cassie, I said, keeping my voice steady. Thanks for doing this. She didn't smile. Didn't blink. Don't thank me. I'm here so you stop running your mouth. Classy. I took a breath. This wasn't a gotcha moment. At least, that's what I told myself. I want to talk. Not fight. Just talk. A bullshit. You want a confession. You want to look clean. Like you didn't bait this whole circus. She wasn't wrong. I did want a confession. I wanted her to admit she targeted me. Lied, ruined lives just because she could, but looking at her, in that tiny square on my screen, I didn't see a monster. I saw someone exhausted, wounded, and cornered. You think you're better than me, she said. But you're not. You just got lucky first. I stayed quiet, because that part might have been true. You called me a leech, I finally said. Said you'd skin me both ways. She didn't deny it. I used to watch your videos, she said suddenly. Before all this. You made me feel like people could actually give a damn. And then you got famous. And you forgot what it felt like to be nobody. That landed harder than I expected. She leaned in closer to her webcam. I didn't want to destroy you. I wanted to be you. That's when I realized this was never about me. It was about every door that slammed in her face, every time she was told she wasn't enough. Every brand that said, not your aesthetic. Every comment that called her desperate, and maybe she was desperate, and maybe so was I. We talked for 47 minutes, not everything was civil. Not everything was clear, but it was honest. At the end. I asked, why did you say yes to this? She hesitated, because I knew you'd make it look good. Then she left the call. The chat exploded, clips were everywhere within minutes. Cassie exposed. Tessa's trap. Redemption live stream. Disaster. I didn't say another word that night. I just sat there, staring at the OBS screen, because here's the thing, I didn't feel triumphant or healed or even right. I felt, complicit, because maybe we were both playing God, both feeding the machine, both choosing stories over silence. I logged off, closed the laptop, and whispered to no one, don't believe everything you see online. The same way it started, only this time, I meant me, too. I didn't expect to hear from Cassie again after that live stream. But hey, life loves throwing curveballs. 3 days later, I get this text from a number I don't recognize. You think you know me? You don't. Meet me at the Blue Lantern. Midnight. Was it a trap? A bluff? Or did she actually want to talk? Honestly, I wasn't sure. But curiosity got the best of me. So, midnight rolls around and I'm standing outside this sketchy little bar called the Blue Lantern, waiting for her to show. Door never opened. Just as I was about to leave, someone tapped my shoulder. Surprised to see me? Cassie's voice. We locked eyes. She looked tired, tense, but also kind of fragile. Why now? I asked. Cause all this revenge crap? It's messing me up too, she said. Not just my rep, my soul. That's how the night started. Instead of throwing shade, we started unpacking years of crap we'd both been carrying. Cassie opened up about stuff I never expected, childhood dreams, family pressure, how brutal this whole media game really is. Ever feel like you're invisible? She asked. Every damn day, I said, and that's when it hit me, we weren't just enemies. We were two lonely people who never really got each other. We found a corner booth and sat down, the dim light flickering above us. For a second, it felt like we were just two regular people, not this huge mess of drama and revenge. Cassie took a deep breath. Look, I'm not proud of what I did. But it wasn't just about jealousy. There's more. I nodded, urging her to go on. I was drowning, Tessa. Every opportunity one got slammed shut. Every pitch ignored. I wanted to be seen. To matter. And when I saw you, doing your thing, making it look easy, I snapped. She looked away, voice cracking. I didn't want to destroy you. I wanted a piece of what you had. I felt a pang of something I didn't expect. Sympathy? Maybe even a little guilt. Did you think you'd feel better after all this? After trying to ruin me? She laughed bitterly. No. I thought it'd fix the emptiness. But it just got louder. The bar's jukebox kicked on with some sad song. And for a moment, silence took over. Then I shared some of my own struggles, how lonely it felt to always be on, to fake smiles when inside I was falling apart. It wasn't a competition. It was survival. Cassie reached out, hesitated, then touched my hand lightly. Maybe we don't have to keep tearing each other down, she said. I looked at her, really looked, and wondered, could we actually find a way out of this mess together? I never thought I'd see Cassie again after that night at the Blue Lantern. But life's a twisted script, and apparently, we're both actors stuck in it. Weeks passed. The tension between us didn't just vanish, it simmered, waiting for the right moment to blow. Then came the email. No subject. No zendaname. Just a link. Curious, and maybe a little scared, I clicked. What I saw stopped me cold. Footage of me, recorded without my knowledge, moments I thought were private. The video showed me vulnerable, exhausted, even breaking down behind the camera, and worse, clips of Cassie, too. Not the villain I'd painted her to be, but someone just as raw and real as me. It was like we were both being watched, judged, controlled. That night, I called her. Cassie, what the hell is this? Her voice was low, tense. Welcome to the real game, Tessa. This isn't just about us anymore. Turns out, someone else had been pulling strings all along, using our rivalry for their own gain. Leaks. Blackmail. Manipulation. We weren't enemies. We were pawns. We met one last time, no cameras, no audience. Just two women realizing the fight they'd been fighting was never really theirs. Maybe it's time to stop trying to destroy each other, I said. She nodded slowly. Maybe we start by taking back control. The story doesn't end with a clear winner or loser. It ends with two imperfect women, scars and all, standing at a crossroads. The future? Still unwritten, but for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel alone. Don't believe everything you see online. Because sometimes, the real story is the one hidden beneath the surface.